Right, let's focus our attention now on the Western Cape clash between the taxi associations. On the one hand, the Cape Amalgamated Taxi Association, CATA, and the Congress of Democratic Taxi Associations, CODETA. At issue is a taxi route that runs between Bellville and Mbekweni, which is in Paarl. Now, two people who ordinarily I would think have not had much to do with the taxi industry have stepped in as mediators. One is UDM leader, General Bantu Holomisa, and the other is our guest, Zwelinzima Vavi, General Secretary of the South African Federation of Trade Unions. Mr. Vavi, welcome and thanks very much for your time. We'll talk about what you've achieved so far. I think it's widely agreed that there's a long, long way still to go. But before we talk about that, I want to ask you this. To what extent do you think did your experience in negotiating as a unionist maybe help you in trying to bring two parties that have been at war with each other a little bit closer? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, John, and to everybody listening. Yes, that experience of many, many years combined with the deep respect I personally enjoy amongst the taxi operators who, by the way, are all former members of various unions who would have taken their last cent in pension and got into the taxi industry, really helped. The fact that I was with the General Bantu Holomisa, deeply respected in the Sky region, and most of those taxi operators are from the former Transkei and Eastern Cape. That really helped, and the combination of the weight we carried really assisted to force parties to come, firstly to the negotiations when we called them, and more importantly, to engage in a spirit of give and take as they were trying to find a common ground. And we must say we're quite excited that that common ground was found. The gaps that existed were narrowed, and that's why we were happy to announce a ceasefire with immediate effect. And that ceasefire is holding for now.
Yes.
And there have been no flare of further violence in that region, and we're quite excited about that.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.